We're live, and hopefully you should be able to hear me. The mic test worked, then you should be able to hear me, and fingers crossed. Let's just I'm going to repeat yesterday. So we will start with the card I pulled yesterday, which was from, and so the first 10 minutes yesterday's in the video that you couldn't hear me, was from this card deck of Diane Cooper. It should be the top one there because I haven't shuffled these yet. Yeah. So this was the card that I pulled yesterday. And actually I've got some more insight onto it as well. So that's probably why. And then I would finish with the meditation that we did, which won't be exactly the same because I can't even remember what it did. When I go into one, I allow my guidance just comes through. So it's never ever the same. I couldn't tell you what I've done once I finish the meditation. It just it's channeled. So I have to listen to myself to hear it. Anyway, Fire Dragon. So just as yesterday, as I started, I pulled this card for today or for yesterday, for the week and for the energy, asking what is it that we need to know, what can help us with our, guide us for divine, from the divine at the moment. And Fire Dragon come up, which is actually the one on the cover of this box. So burn up the lower energies around you. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear the soul pathway. Now, I wanted to aspect, I did actually yesterday, I read what it says in the book, but today I want to kind of go just on what I feel this is representative of. It's not as a fire as in physical fire, although there is a sense of warmth. We want to bring the heat in at the moment because the element we're working with at the moment is winter. So we want to move, but not fast movement, not adrenaline movement, gentle movement. So you'll notice if you're following the Qigong classes, which is shorter, I'm trying to work on different ways. As I said yesterday, I'm experimenting with different camera angles, different mics, different stuff. So you'll see different things to see what works best. So that's like the whole creative fire on another level that I'm tapping into. And as a creative, obviously, that's where I go to first because that's what's aligned for me. But also to express that and to show how and demonstrate how that can help with things, with trying out experimentations, taking new steps, taking courage to move forward. These are all aspects of the energy of this. And this week is new moon energy, new beginnings, but we're not quite into the Chinese New Year, which is the wood element. So that fire's not quite lit yet, if you like. And the dragon energy's there though. And I feel that we still have overlay. People think, oh right, on this date there's this happens, and this date this happens. But it's more like, I love the way Pam Gregory says about this. Think about astrological energies or energies that we tap into as a field, like ships that move, and they move slowly, they take time. So there's like an overlay. It's why some people feel the energy of the moon, myself included, prior to that, 2 days before normally, or a day before, and then it hits, and other people hit on that day, and some people the day after. We're all different, and that's dependent on us and where we are. It's not about being better than or anything more in alignment than. So burning up lower energies around us, to me, is very much akin to, and when I tap into this, I'm feeling and hearing words and information coming, like it's like the sun and the plasma. It's how like things burn up on contact to the earth, and it burns up in the atmosphere, that kind of feeling. So you have, like Gaia, like your own field around you, so things don't quite hit you, they burn up before they get there, if you like. That fire field is a protective bubble of your own energy field. It's such light that the density of things don't penetrate it, like the sun, if you're liken it to. So we're going to tune into the energy of that. That's what I'll be toning with. And actually, incidentally, I have orange, and we were working with yellow yesterday. And today we were working with the green heart energy, that heart-centered energy. So the words that are on the card is be safe, be protected, be determined and inspired. Allow the creative energy of the fire within you, your passions, to come forth, and clear the soul pathways. The soul pathways, if said in another way, is like you're walking on your own destiny, your own stories that you're writing, your own creative focus at the moment, if you want to look at it that way. And you can activate this however you want. It'll resonate in different pitches for different people and on different levels, and whatever's needed to be heard will be heard how you need to hear it. Another level of this is burning those lower energies around you, burning bridges, if you like. There's a lot of things happening, and I've noticed this in my own life, where certain things, if it's not in pitch, it's like a song, and that musical instrument just doesn't play to the same song. There's different songs going on, different parties going on, and these are the different dimensional consciousnesses that are all happening on different kind of areas. So different music, all great, not bad, not good than the other, just different. And if one's not resonating, that's what's going to happen. That's out of tune. That's going to move over to that party over there, and they go dance with those people. And it reminds me of this is a really old movie, so this is showing my age a little bit. The movie Xanadu with Olivia Newton-John, and they have like the rock music and there's the classical music, and it's coming in and they're blending. And that's kind of what's happening with some things. It's blending, it's meshing, and it's starting to kind of create a different type of music. Others are like the party's just that's that tunes over there, that's there. And some are going, okay, well, there's less people in my party, and they suddenly no one's playing, and they start to come on. That's kind of giving you an idea of how, and over the net, and I'm talking like 60 years, but that's energetically akin to what's happening in my simplified way of putting it. So think of your bubble, your music. When the bridges of friendship, some of them might burn up, some of them might have already burnt out, and there's not really anything left. Don't see it as a bad thing. Don't see it as they're better than or less than, or you're less than if it's the other way around. It's just not in the same harmonics of working, because you've got different soul pathways, and we're all now have course corrected. Lots of us now are on trajectories. Some of them are going to intersect at times, others are completely different. And I'm always told you to see it from higher perspective, to remind you to see things from higher perspective. There's some other stuff I want to say, but I'll go into that in a separate video that's more about energy. So I just wanted to sort of say that, with that said, we're going to do a little meditation with tuning into allowing things to dissolve, that phoenix energy and the ashes coming down and neutral, like to the nutrients of the soil, the roots of the tree that is you. So I'm giving you lots of visuals here that I'll guide you through, but also because I want to express more sound to allow you to feel into your beingness whilst you're doing the meditation. So you can use the next 15 minutes to allow yourself whatever you need. So maybe you need to sit down and fall asleep. Maybe you need, maybe the toning sends you off to sleep, and whilst you're doing that, you have your healing and connecting on a subconscious level. Maybe on a conscious level of the mind, visuals are coming, maybe emotions are coming up. Allow yourself and allow this container of these days, these Mondays, these sessions, which are evolving even from me, from my perspective, to be whatever you need. Because when I call this in, it's to share whatever's needed in the now moment for what we're about to go through. Generally, it's to prepare me and you, and generally what guidance comes in prepares me too, because I kind of go with it and share it, to demonstrate, hopefully, that maybe how not to do it, how to do it. I'm not saying I got it right, by all means. That's the whole point of me trying to be authentic and real and share my what my perspective, which hopefully will act like a mirror for resonating or harmonizing on what feels right for you, and to get you out of your head and into your heart. Certainly as the light languages come in more, that's been my journey, or love language as I prefer to call it. So allow yourself time now just to tune with your breath. So let's start, because I don't want to ramble on. Breathing in, breathing out. Hopefully you can't hear the kids' laughter, but my guidance went, just switch off from it. It's not about whether it's quiet. You might be on a busy platform waiting for a train whilst you're listening to this video. It's about knowing that regardless of what's happening around you, you can still tune in. You can still dial into your own radio to feel your own fire, your own flame, your own warmth, and feel like there's a warmth of love wrapping around you. I am intending this for a sacred space for the self, for the I am, for the collective energy, for soul family, and all is guided by my own multi-aspected self and divine aspect to self, connecting with that part of me that is more than, that's in the highest of integrity, linked to central sun, paradise sun, the core of the being. Whatever you resonate with words, with crystalline, activating that side of your awareness on the deepest side, without prejudice of your shadow side either. And Yadushka, that's all dissolving anyway. So think of the, like I say, the phoenix, the ashes that we, whenever we burn or do a burness, any of you that do that, you put that onto the ground for a reason, because that contrast, that stuff that we're letting go of, is what is propelling us for our change. And oh my God, the word, what's it, Aaron Doughty said this, and I thought that really resonated with me today. He was talking about the butterfly and how it literally liquefies inside as it's changing, it's dissolving. And that really resonated with what is happening with the light, with our bodies at the moment. It's like we are going through this liquefying thing with the sun as this light is changing the density, and even the planet, the scientists are going a bit like woo over it all. But it like channelers have been talking about this for eons, how it's the template of the earth itself is upgrading. It's just normal. It's a normal cycle, and it's part of our own evolution. Now, whether that's too woo-woo for you, you can think of it in any terms you like. Think of it as just you being your best self, if you prefer, whatever resonates. Okay, so I'm going to give you some visuals as well as allow some sound to harmonize with you, to vibrate, to trigger, to allow. So allow, and I invite you to allow your time, space to breathe in, breathe out, allow the breath through the nose and out through the nose, mouth being for speaking, for expressing the sound, just breathing through the nose, gently in, gently out, ebb and waving, ebb and flow around the air, which feeds the fire of the soul. Allow that fire, that light to resonate through you, coming down through the top of the head, a visual of the dragon, fire dragon around you, the embers of who you are within you pulsing with light. And you think of a fire when you watch it, it's got white, it's got blues, it's got all sorts of colours. Keep going, babe, keep going. Colour it in. And you'll have to wait till I'm done now, darling. I'll be 20 minutes max. Okay? Go take a break. Come and do what we're doing now. Take a break. Okay. So breathe that in, that embers, as I said, the embers of you, smouldering colours of the different colours and tones, has different levels, different layers of the being, different layers of what we're seeing externally as we feel that projected outwards from that inner flame, that inner spark, the fire. Like a warm hug, or sitting at a log fire in circle, in ceremony with other conscious beings that resonate with you. Come to this conscious conversation with your beinghood, with your embers and your soul. And I invite you to join me wherever you are in the world, to remember that you are feeling the warmth of the love of that connection with the creative energies from Central Sun. Wisdom of being. Core of memory in the planet, core of memory in the soul, core of memory from the galactic. Whether you see energies, your guides, angelic forms, the information that flows within these realms that are seen as help and guidance, the light, the shadow, and then the balance of all of everything that is. Hanuro ko holo kunahe esahaina ia ita yotoroshka anahane atela kashkoraya ehena hana hiko holo ihi aha ne hane ta aki ahala hesa haturu etara kaya heno kulo kayeshka kirana ena lolo kolo ina nina kulo ne atata kiam no ne ana nuku ishikia hanunuko ne yaniaka. Wherever your soul comes from, you are a blend of all of the races, be it Anunnaki, Atlantean, Arthurian, and many more that I can't even pronounce or even interpret into my own frequency, as it's beyond whether it's just impressions of informations and emotions, whether it's impressions of colors, whether impressions of we are going beyond time. We are stepping into now, future, past, present. Esananu kola kiashkolaya kiano oholayana. Elashko lo konaya deashka ho no hendia yetayaka. Ea shinu hola hahai kaishka. Your joys, your woes, and she found it quite me. It's the laughter of the children in the background she was hearing. Ahena heta ehehena he koholo ho soho hona ekayano. Know that you are safe and you are loved. Enaya taya zia chokokonaya. Reflecting beingness and oneness in this now moment. Ekeanuko koshkai taia toro koshko elanakia esatana kakai kniano ehenai koho konaya tatae kia ena hala hatina hatatarea ena hala kaniati akataya ena ha ki ha ha e taya la kaya la ena ha ki ha la kitia yana iki ala ki ala he iki ala he ki ala he iki ala he iki ala he o no na ye te kororo ko la ye e na hala he sholo kolo koshala shulo na tala katia la nola na shola yaki ayala ki alakana sa laki shikaya nanaya laki asho esa laki alalaki alalaki ah. Nihasate he 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 ta ye turo kushuro kula ya tila e he na ha ne he te kia e tudu skola ne ana na kia tutu e na ha la he la hisa ta kia ta kia la kishka e na he na ha ne e he na tutu kula kia he. Breathe in, breathe out. He he na he tu hu hu le da. Isa la la la. The children of sun are Solaris. Ayanehe ekuhu la ha nehe he kaya he inono kosho la ya. I thank you for your presence. Inahaya kuru ho la kushkaya ya anaya yeno ko ho la kia ekaya la katea kikakahahati. Ihati toro shkoro ishkaya nakariato. Isinia hadia shkola kishka. Ehe na toro shkoro shkiala. En datta de yatura kishkayala. Ena ne ananashkai taishkoro tishkayala yatela shkororoshka. Sananakushkula yatadara kishkiaya. Eshkronoshkaya ni kuru turashka. Nahnanakuturo shikiana kanigatura shkana. Ishkurane kanakoshkura ikuru tutai. Nihanonora ishkariya turushkuru turekai. Yananana. Nihena yataya nonoko. Ikia naya. I hear my star family and the message that I'm feeling, that I'm wanting to express, through my words, Teresa's words, is wherever you are from, whatever you resonate with, on many levels of wherever you see these energies, whatever they're coming from, whatever's shifting and burning around you, whatever's hitting. Know that you are protected. Allow the fires are coming up. Sometimes there's some that have been almost like held back and not able to speak, that are screaming right now. Allow that to come out, allow the tears. And some of us are feeling that, in deeply feeling that, and helping to clear and transmute that. Energetically, it's already been cleared. This is more in the density of our realm within this time space that we are in, what we call the now moment. And I use that word now in a very loose term because it's kind of a not it's not a correct term. And she said, but that's irrelevant right now. What I want to express, or what they want to express, and I'm getting digressing, is to know that you are all helping, you are all healing, and you're all doing your own journey of accepting what is changes happening in your now moment. It's different for everybody, and you need to allow that. So where I said about the bridges, she's saying, think of it as something. Simon, I'm live. She's like, don't worry. She's like, again, not everyone is in the same space, even in the same households. Different levels, different happenings, different things are burning around you for the good. So there'll be passions, there's creations happening on different levels. So allow yourself to be content with what is happening in your life. Please do not mourn. Think about the fires of the volcano and how much it creates new land, it creates new continents and birthing in itself. Allow how when you think of fire is quite a destructive thing. We can think of it as, but when that goes into the ground, it's very nurturing. And after the fire, there is many plants on our planet that have evolved to, after flash fires and floods, to that's when they bloom and they're at their best. And just as that, there are different things, different places, different people in different spaces allowing that to happen. And that's their one job, maybe, and different people having different resonance. So be kind to yourself in the allow yourself time. Do not put it's got to be done by next week. It's got to be, there's no set calendar to how things will work. Just allow things to flow. And for some of you, that will happen very quickly. For some of you, it will take longer. So just be kind to yourself. So whatever has come through for you, whatever has been triggered, make a mental note. And just to finish, I just want you to take it back to a breathing practice. So bring your hands to the heart, your heart and another hand down to your stomach where your cauldron of energy is. And just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in and out. Coming back to the now moment. Releasing anything that needs to be, that has burned away, making acknowledgements of any emotions that have come up, any tears that you may have cried, any anger and frustration that may well have come up. Acknowledging that. Witnessing that compassionately. We thank aspects of self, higher self, multidimensional self. We're thankful for awareness, knowing that we are naturally protected. Thank you. Thank you for your time, love and blessings. Patience with yourself was the underlining energy that I was feeling coming through. That was less of a meditation and more of a channel. I was expecting to meditate. It was more expressing. And I felt like I was translating to the best of my ability what was coming through, but I feel like there was more on more levels. So thanking my higher self for that information that I'm encoding in my own field, however that's being interpreted. Love and blessings for your now moment. I will see you tomorrow for Qigong or next week for meditation, which increasingly seems to be more channeling. But thank you, and thank you for your time. Blessings in your